Welcome to Chase Field in downtown Phoenix. Last night, the Nats checked one box that they hadn't checked all year. An extra innings win. It came on the road, and now they got Max Scherzer going, and Bryce Harper, by the way, batting second in the lineup tonight. A lot of things going on. Trey Turner's leadoff. Matt Wieters on the DL. Spencer Keyboom has come up from Syracuse to shore up the catching core. And of course, it's all about Max and the recent success of the pitching staff and the ball club overall.
Yeah, last night was a big win, I thought. When you talk about a 4-game series against a first-place team with the best record in the National League, Zach Greinke on the mound, he was dealing. To come back and win that ball game is a big-time character win last night for the Nats. See if they can build on it here tonight.
Yeah, Max coming off that 15 strikeout thing, 5th time in his career he's been able to do that. Traditionally, Arizona has been a big strikeout team, a little less than that last year or two, but it's an interesting matchup with him against his former team.
Yeah, 4-0 in 6 starts as a Nat against the Diamondbacks, and coming off that 15 strikeout game. Your stat of the day, I can't wait to tell you. Right-handed hitters are hitting 147 against Max since the start of the 2016 season, and he struck out 52% of the right-handers he's faced this year. So we're looking for another big one for Max. Is that asking too much? He's locked in right now.
Yeah, we never worry about asking too much out of this guy. 15 punchies, as he would say, against the Phillies on Sunday. So here he is on the road at Chase Field. He's got 6 wins, a 1.74 ERA, and a 168 opponent's batting average. You'll see hitters tossing their bats, staring back at him, all kind of reactions, because Max is the best. Desert right around the Phoenix area, the Valley of the Sun, and we welcome you back to Chase Field. Nats trying to take the lead in the season series. It's 2-2 right now with the D-backs. So a lot of things changing in baseball, including things happening around second base. Home plate a couple of years ago. Now it's a different neighborhood, about 120 feet away.
The new rule now in terms of the neighborhood play, not really in existence. You have to have contact with the bag to get that out recorded. So how is it different now than it was when you were a middle infielder in your day?
Well, if you get here at 3 o'clock every day, these guys work on it. So Trey will get here and he'll actually have his foot on the base. He'll get in this position, and this is how he'll turn it now. Howie Kendrick, same way. But when things are going fast in the game, sometimes you revert back to the only thing you've known your whole life, and that's just kind of be around the bag.
Right.
Like I said on the tag before, the umpires usually tell you just make it look good. So, but every turn I ever made from shortstop, from the collegiate level up to the major league level, I didn't touch second base.
Really?
I was a shortstop my whole life. I would come across right here, and this is how I'd field it, just like that, every time.
maybe kick it once in a while if I go like this.
Tap it on the
But
way by.
With the rule now, I would get here like this and I'd be way out here because I didn't want to get hit.
Sure.
And that's the number one thing. But now you have to have your foot on the base right here, make sure, same thing. If you rewind all those double plays we just turned, I guarantee you when I caught your ball, my foot wasn't on the base because my whole career I would get here and I would actually catch it right here and throw all in one motion. With the feed, I'd be like boom, boom, boom. And I would never be by the bag. I started on the bag, but I never actually had the baseball on the bag.
What's interesting is player safety is now very important, hence the slide rule. But the elimination of the neighborhood play and replay now, you have to have contact with the bag, which maybe makes you more susceptible to someone coming in at you as compared to when the neighborhood play was in existence. You didn't need to have contact with the bag and you could clear yourself maybe a little bit more.
It does, but the one thing you never want to do as a baseball player is think and play. And now it's causing middle infielders to think in the middle of it. You just want it to be reactionary. You know, like I told you, it's just you do it so many times, but now you have to actually come to the bag and think, my foot has to be on the bag, and it can cause you to get a little mechanical and taking some athletic ability away. You know, analysis paralysis kind of thing, like I have to touch the bag, when normally you're just thinking, let's turn this double play and go hit.
Well, the Nats hoping to go hit at the home of the D-backs tonight. They've turned, by the way, on the defensive side, 30 double plays this year. Dyson and Bradley, and there's Wilmer Defoe. Bryce batting second. Straight ahead, first pitch. Bank. There's no better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day. Grand Canyon, well north of here. And down here in the desert, it's the Nats and the D-backs. Game number 40 on the year. So I guess when this game's half over, the season is 1/4 of the way over. That's a little scary to think about. So batting in the leadoff spot this season, Trey Turner's at .309. On base percentage, just under 400. Runs, walks, games. He's been very efficient. So maybe Bryce produces a little bit better if Trey's on for him and Rendon behind him. Ryan Zimmerman again out of the lineup tonight, as the Nats will face 27-year-old right-hander Matt Cook. One start in September last year at Washington against our Ballpark.
Get this, he's matching up against his third different consecutive Cy Young Award winner. May 1st, Clayton Kershaw. May 6th, Justin Verlander. Tonight, Max Scherzer. Two of those guys were MVPs. That's the first time that's happened since 1947. So he earned his second win of the season last start in the 6th. Gave up 1 run on 6 hits. 6 1/3 innings through 77 pitches in that one. He is drawing a tough ride, isn't he, folks? Here's the defense for the Diamondbacks tonight. Peralta, Dyson, Owings, the outfield. Ahmed Descalso left side. Marte Goldschmidt right side. And Alex Avila behind the plate.
Yeah, go get him, big boy. You've made all of 6 starts in your big league career, so we're going to match you up against the best. Trey Turner 0 for 2 against him in that game last year. 6:40 here in the desert. We are ready. And how about those caps? Strike one as this one is underway.
4-0. Stay hot.
Turner foul tipping. 96 outside, 78 inside. So Trey stepping in at 273 on base percentage, 104 points higher than that. He's hit .310 in his last 25 games. So 3-1 career. 5 innings against the Nats, 1 hit, 2 runs in that start last September. And Trey Turner, fastball in on his hands, able to muscle it right to the top of the dugout.
Good ricochet right there, wasn't it? Over the whole first section into the walkway.
Making him work in the first AB of the game.
You know, when you see 162 games, first inning usually kind of just settling in, watching the ball game. But whenever Max Scherzer's pitching and Bryce Harper's hitting in the first inning, you could win a ball game. I mean, you get a run in the first, look out. So you lock in more when you have an ace like Max on the mound to the first inning.
So Davies Ball Club, 10 of the last 12. 3 over on the road. So here comes number 8. And it's a long one to left. See you later. Trey Turner, 4th of the year. What is it about Nats when they suddenly go to the leadoff spot? They just come in and start hitting it out of the ballpark. Harper did it, and now Turner does it.
I'm telling you, it's hard to hit a home run with these balls that have been in the humidor for 3 weeks. We saw a lot of balls not get out of here last night. Talked to some of the Diamondbacks people today. You see the location mistake. He just pulled his hands in. And they said there's a noticeable difference. Well, not now. There goes a no-hitter. There goes a shutout. It's the first inning run off Cook this year, and the first home run he's given up in 5 games. So check, 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 check.
7th career true leadoff homer by Trey Turner.
That's where you're probably going to see Bryce hit the remainder of the year. Talking to the skipper last few days, he's been waiting to get him back here in the 2 spot.
And Harper rips one hooking, bangs off the bottom of the fence out there, foul.
You know, based on everybody's health, this is probably where you're going to see Bryce Harper hit the rest of the year.
So Trey Turner still alone, number 2 all time on the leadoff homer list. Alfonso Soriano had 9 back in 06. Michael A. Taylor has 5 and Trey has 7 now.
That's what a leadoff hitter does. You come back to the dugout. What's his stuff doing? How's his fastball look? Which way is it moving? Did you pick him up all right?
Harper to center. Backing up Dyson. And that ball is off the wall to the left of the 407. Nats dialing long distance on the first 2 swings.
I don't know if you can pick up the audio at home, but to us here, the ball just sounds different coming off the bat. And that ball was touched. That might have been halfway up the batting eye last year. Bryce will settle for a double this year, but so far, Matt Cook is getting roasted. A home run and a double off the center field wall. Bryce Harper, pretty good swing right there.
Yeah, that line is 25 feet above the field, but over the years, and we haven't been here that much, we've seen several home runs clear that high yellow line. So here's Anthony Rendon. What does he have in store? That was Bryce's first career AB against Matt Cook. And I caught the roasted reference. Thank you. That was good. Rendon up there, Hacker.
Yeah, as of last night, the Diamondbacks had scored 21% of their runs via the home run at home. And on the road, they've scored 50% of the runs via the home run. So it just gives you an idea of this place used to be a launching pad, and so far this year it isn't.
Does that mean we're getting a humidor when it's over 80 degrees in the future sometime?
I talked to Kevin Long today. Paul Goldschmidt's probably having trouble with it. They won't admit it. They don't even talk about it.
You kind of don't want it in your head, do you?
But I was talking to Kevin Long today. He had a good point. He said the ball doesn't carry in San Francisco. Should we make the baseballs harder there?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Probably somebody researching a computer formula out there to make it the same in all ballparks. The carrying of the ball. It just seems a little crazy when we think about the tradition of this game, but it's one of the unique things about our game. Every basketball court looks alike. Every hockey rink, every football field's alike. But in baseball, you have a true difference in every single stadium. All 30 of them are different. And I think that's a great thing.
I do too. I'm with you.
And the possibility of where the ball can end up at any time on this big grid. Millions of options every time the ball hits the bat. Low and away, 2-2.
But I just, hey, there's more strikeouts than there is hits in baseball for the first time ever. And if you don't like the way the ball carries here, don't build a park here. You know, I just don't get it. I'm sure it's messing with the Diamondbacks hitters.
Another long count. So in 8 minutes, nobody retired here. Home run double, 3-2 count, and big time danger on deck. Anthony 6 for 22, homer, 4 RBIs, 6 games since coming back, and he will hit a high fly ball deep to right center. 376 mark caught by Chris Owings, and Bryce Harper easily to third base.
That's a great at bat.
So we're thinking if this is last year, it's 3-0 right now.
Probably with 3 solo shots. Remember last night talking about a great at bat. Matt Adams against a tough lefty. Goes the other way. The Diamondbacks had a shift on. Nobody was at shortstop. That scored Trey Turner, but the hits keep coming, and the big hits keep coming from Matt Adams.
Shift on. So a runner at third, 1 out. And a ground ball to the umpire out at second base makes it 2-0. On the left side of second base, and the first pitch is away.
That's Marty Foster. He can really pick it at short. Matt Adams' last 12 starts, bueno.
Yeah, Marty's got a good arm, but tough to pick it up with the bare hand.
He's at double play depth, though. Kind of creeping in, but there's nobody on first.
1-0, and that ball's popped up. Short center. Nick Ahmed out. Center fielder Gerard Dyson in. And Bryce came a little bit down the line and then strolled back to the bag, 2 outs. Next up, Andrew Stevenson. 1 for 4 last night. Had a hit in the 8th inning right after the curious balk by Archie Bradley. So Andrew, in his 6 starts, has had at least 1 hit. in every game, 9 for 23 recently.
Lock it in. I was always a big fan of the third base dugout because most pitchers are right-handed. Most pitchers tip their pitches out of the stretch, and when they come set, if you're in the third base dugout, you can really see everything. But he has his back to you when you're in first base dugout, so it's hard to see everything. Usually it's somewhere where they come set, what their glove does, high or low with their set.
Stevenson to the right side. Ketel Marte. The Nats are limited to a run on Trey Turner's 4th homer of the year, 7th leadoff homer in his big league career. Max Scherzer will take the mound with a lead. Heading down the concourse. He's 5-0 career in 7 starts. Here's the lineup, and batting cleanup tonight, Daniel Descalso. 2 for 10 with a homer against Scherzer career and hitting .405 his last 14 ball games. Guy is scrappy. He makes contact. He plays hard. I'm not sure how many times he's batted cleanup, but he does against Scherzer.
There's the arsenal. Scared the heck out of that poor guy in the concourse, didn't they? I didn't know there was a camera behind him. They're going to be swinging early and often tonight. That's what we've seen against Max so far this year. Remember, struck out a season high 15 last start against the Phillies on the 6th. Tough no decision in that one. Gave up just 1 run on 5 hits. Threw 111 pitches, and I guess the story tonight is how much gas is in the tank after striking out 15 batters. We'll see.
David Peralta, 3 for 11 against Mac's career. 6 for his last 18. 7 for his last 19. Stevenson over toward the gap to cut it off, holding him to a single.
That's defense behind Max tonight. Stevenson, Taylor, Harper in the outfield. Turner, Defoe up the middle. Rendon, Adams at the corners, and Pedro Severino doing the catching. Getting a chance now.
Big time, yeah.
Everyday guy.
Here's Gerard Dyson, who's hitting $171, but 7 of his 14 hits have gone for extra bases. He's faced Scherzer a lot from their days in the American League. Max with the Tigers and Dyson with Kansas City. 4 for 19. 5 strikeouts. But Max has never walked him. Hope I didn't jinx something there, but Max has never let this guy have a free base from where he could use his speed. Goldschmidt on deck. D-backs 12th in the league in batting average, 7th in runs, 5th in home runs. Dyson's going to lay one down, and the race is on. Scherzer's throw off the glove of Adams. Dyson to second, maybe a play there, but a bouncing throw. And all the way to third is Peralta.
We saw Dyson last night. He can fly. As soon as Max picks this ball up and puts it back into his glove, he's safe. Watch, pick it up. And then just kind of threw a sinker to Matt Adams. Dyson just lays down a simple bunt. Max is off the mound. Kind of threw a change up to first. You can see the grip he had on the ball. And right here, I thought they had a chance at Dyson at second. Throw a little offline, and all heck is breaking loose here quick in the first.
They give Dyson a sacrifice. E1 with him going to second and Peralta to third.
Got to bear down early now. Probably wasn't anticipating this.
Healthy rips, and it's 0-2.
Just a little too high for Goldschmidt to even think about. He's trying to climb the ladder with the fastball.
So the runners and the sac fly zones. Goldschmidt 12 RBIs.
See, normally he likes to go 92, 94, settle into a game, get the feel for his slider and his changeup, but that was 97, and he's going to the A stuff here in the top of the, or the bottom of the first, excuse me. Has to. Pretty good hitters coming up.
Severino blocking the changeup. So from 0-2 to 2-2. Descalso next, lefty. It all adds up to 168. Opponent's batting average against Max, third best in the league. Right in there. Off speed. Goldschmidt now 1 for 16 career with 9 punch-outs against Max Scherzer. Huge first out.
So I mentioned that he struck out 52% of the right-handers he's faced this year. 38 of 73. Now make it 39 of 74. That's the highest percentage in baseball. The average is 23%. Needed it.
Descalso 2 for 10 against Max. Got jammed. Pop up to Adams. Great pitch, 2 down.
Well, he knows they're swinging, so he's not just laying a cookie right in there first pitch. Good location on the fastball. We're getting the 7th inning, Max, here in the first. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about. Not happy.
Oh, Chris Owings, right-handed batter, batting 5th tonight. 6 for 16 against Scherzer.
'96. The briefcases are out. Usually have to wait a few hours to see this, but you get it right out of the gate here tonight. Grinded.
Big time curveball, just hanging there and then dying into the dirt.
Yeah, that's nasty. A lot of late break. Pulling out all the weapons right now to try to wiggle out of this one here in the first. Snarl already. See how he looked away right there? That was basically telling Pedro, reset, start the sequence over again.
Oh, 2, and he strikes him out with a slider.
Did you see the reaction in the first inning? He's upset about the throw on the bunt, and he used that emotion to get out of a jam. Watch the pitch right here for strike 3. So make that 40 out of 75 right-handers have struck out this year against Max Scherzer. Unbelievable. On the bottom of the first, he's thinking, I got this. Well, all of a sudden, some things went wrong behind him. Made a nasty pitch to call Paul Goldschmidt for strike 3. I think that was a changeup. Then he got Daniel Descalso on a first pitch fastball. Then it just kind of beat him. That's a tough out right there. That's all he had to do is hit a ground ball to second. The infield was back. They'll take it. And then a nasty slider right here to Chris Owings for strike 3. And then the fist pump, which you normally don't see from Max in the first inning. The reaction to all that was amazing.
Taylor, Severino, Scherzer, top of the second. Fair ball. Agale Taylor starting to hit it with authority to the left side, and he's digging for a couple. Not a whole lot different than his double in the 8th inning last night. He scored the run that enabled the Nats to tie the game. So good to see him start to get it going.
Catcher number 29, Pedro Severino.
Yeah, I saw something I really liked from Michael A. on a hard ground ball to second base last night. He got the clutch double last night. Now another clutch double here in the second inning. He's starting to heat up. We knew he would. It's good to see. Nice swing.
So unique situation here. Catcher 7th, but the pitcher 8th. Severino, last 4 starts, 4 for 10 and 4 walks. So the ever aggressive hitter and catcher showing some pretty good discretion of the strike zone as well.
You know, normally in this situation, when you're hitting in front of the pitcher, you really don't want to give up your at-bat to move the runner, the leadoff double. You're thinking more drive the ball to right center here. But if you miss, especially with Max on deck, miss to the right side, Max can drive in a run. He can swing it. Trying.
On a pitch up, Taylor put his head down and ran hard. He's at third on the first out. A corrective one by Pedro Severino.
Yeah, good at bat. Now Max going to try to drive him in. We heard it through the grapevine that you want to celebrate 60s nights, the first of 5 decade nights. That's presented by Budweiser. So Saturday, May 19th, Dodgers in town, 7:05. Some groovy fun, man, at the ballpark. Visit nationals.com.
Max has 2 RBIs this year on 5 hits. Infield in. High chopper to short. Taylor started and probably made a good decision by going back. Nick Ahmed had it in a hurry. 2 outs.
Second baseman, number 1.
I'll tell you what, as hard as he had to work to get out of that jam, then he had to hit, run to first. Hopefully Wilmer can give him some time to rest here. He needs it. It's a very eventful inning and a half for Max.
Yeah, and through all of that, you would think that was like a 20 to 25 pitch first inning. 15, because as you mentioned, they were on the attack early. Things happened quickly. So a lot going on. He strikes out 2, but doesn't have that nightmare type first inning when you're looking at, okay, how long can he last tonight? But he needs to gather himself here. Maybe Wilmer keeps that going for a while. Hit safely 10 of his last 12 games with 14 hits. Busted bat, soft liner. That's it. So Max will have to take a deep breath and get right back out there.
Tonight we're going to play Max.
6 1/3 and struck out 15, that he'd be pretty pleased with himself. Well, that really wasn't the case at all. Max was pretty disappointed with himself, actually, that he kept falling behind hitters, forcing himself to throw too many pitches, especially when it came to first pitch strikes. He told me a couple days later, I threw first pitch balls to 11 of 26 hitters. That's not acceptable. He said he felt he had his really good stuff, and it worked really hard to get his off-speed pitches right where he wanted to. Took a lot of work. His fastball command was off last time. He wasn't driving his fastball to the locations that he wanted to. So Max Scherzer, the constant competitor, lamenting his inability to get one facet of his game working just the way that he wanted to, trying to perfect everything.
111 pitches, Dan, in those 6 1/3. Thanks.
Yeah, what's wrong with him? Tighten it up, Max. Jeez.
Walked a batter. Come on. A run on 5 hits.
Unbelievable.
But the best want to be perfect. Alex Avila steps in.
I talked to him after the start, and he said he couldn't believe there was 5 right-handers, counting Jake Arrieta in the lineup. He couldn't remember the last time he faced a lineup with 5 righties in it. But hey, he's always trying to get better. That's just the way the great ones do it, right?
So how well does Alex Avila know Max after catching him in Detroit? 0-2 and it's away. Career 0 for 3 against Scherzer.
Well, I guarantee you when he's catching him in Detroit, he was thinking, I'm glad I don't have a bat in my hand right now and I have a glove on.
Avila hitting a .145. He's 9 for 62. 27th ball game. They have 3 catchers. There's the changeup down and in. .31-year-old receiver signed to a free agent deal at the end of January. Nasty. Cutting action inside under his bat. 3 strikeouts. Inside the Number is presented by PNC Bank. Make today the day. Fewest innings to 15 strikeouts or more. Now, Randy Johnson had 29 times in his career, but most mere mortals, it takes them 7 innings or more to get anywhere near there. And how about that? 6 1/3. So Tanner and Stevens, 7 innings to do that.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I thought I heard this when he struck out 20 Tigers, that he was the only guy with 20 strikeouts that actually had another hitter to face. All the other guys struck out their 20th on the last hitter of the game. He still had one more hitter to go.
Yes, he did. And the game was on the line until the 9th inning in that game. Michael A. Taylor can't reach the drive by Ketel Marte. And that's a triple zally out there if you can get one over the center fielder's head. He's at third with 1 out.
All right, this ball was struck, and Marte was thinking about 4 bases. Kind of a slider down that he went and golfed to right center field. But Michael A. gave it a good run and then kind of grabbed it here, and after that hop or 2, flipped it into Wilmer. Watch Marte, he's thinking about scoring. Tony Perez-Chica stopped him at third. And now Max has got to go full throttle again here in the second.
Yeah, infield in. Above the padding, the wall is concrete out there, and that thing really took a big bounce.
Yeah.
And Michael had to wait for it to come back to earth. Here's Ahmed hitting .218.
There comes a time as an outfielder when you're going for a baseball in the gap, especially a center fielder, that you get to the point of no return. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm going for this ball, and if I don't catch it, I know I'm going to be too close to the wall. I know the ball is going to bounce back toward the infield. I'm going to turn a double into a triple, but I'm trying to turn a double into an out. So Michael A. had a good beat on that. He made the right decision.
He's got some kind of slider cutter thing going tonight.
He's been throwing a lot more this year.
Pitcher on deck.
according to Fangraphs card, he didn't throw cutters last year. I thought he did here and there. They might have got the slider mixed up, but this year, 14% of the time, Max is throwing that cutter you're talking about. They're at 2% in 2016, so really upped the usage.
Nick Ahmed-Ali. It remains 0-2. Mets won at Philly tonight 3-1, and the Braves lost 6-3 at Miami. Ground to be gained in the NL East tonight. Right now, the Nats are 2 back of the Braves. And Max having to work hard here.
Slider. Gotta go with it, don't you? Change it.
Change up to a righty. Got Goldschmidt looking with it.
Probably missed on purpose, 0-2, so he could set up the slider the other side here.
Good call. Yeah, if you swing at that one, it's probably a ground ball to Rendon. So it's 1-2 now. He doubles up on the changeup. Strikeout number 4. Nissan pitch cast.
So that's 41 of the 76 righties he's seen this year. He struck out. So that 52% is going up quick tonight, folks. 41 of the 76 right-handers he's faced, he struck out. Let that sink in for just a second.
What right-handed pitcher throws back-to-back changeups to a right-handed batter?
I'm telling you, he just reinvents stuff. He reinvents himself every year. That's why it makes him so great. He reinvents himself every start.
Matt Cook can swing it a little bit. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. He's 1 for 5 with a sacrifice. In his career, 1 for 8.
You know that scene in Rudy when all the seniors at Notre Dame come in and lay their jerseys on the coach's desk? If I'm a right-handed hitter and I'm in the lineup against Max, I'm walking into my manager's office and laying my jersey on his desk. I mean, you basically have no chance if you're right-handed. The numbers bear it out, what we see every 5th day. Unbelievable.
What are we watching? 20 strikeouts in the last 8 1/3 for Scherzer. So there's one guy who prevents other teams from scoring. There's a guy who's already scored tonight. Trey Turner has homered. He's next.
I'll show you the Trey Turner homer. There goes the no-hitter. There goes the shutout. And there goes the baseball. Different sound here tonight. I know fans that watch every night know the sound I'm talking about. It's a little higher pitched than that, right? When a guy hits a home run, it's a higher octave. But with the balls in the wine cooler storage unit, they're not going as far. The 100% fiber optic network means more speed for more devices at once. Visit getfios.com.
Yeah, they keep them in Sedona. Not that far from here. So Trey Turner coming up in the top of the third in a 1-0 game. Harper and Rendon to follow.
Headlock.
Well done, Dad.
I like it.
Dads and their youngsters at the game, passing it along to another generation. Well done. He's liking it.
I was in between Bryce Harper and Matt Adams there, so that was Bryce Adams with his son.
Good call. Well, maybe that's the way you hit homers in this ballpark now. You got to turn on it and hit it down the line.
Yeah.
This one in the air for a long time. Plenty of time for Chris Owings. Third inning underway. Harper saw one pitch. Hit it about maybe the equivalent of 410 or 15 feet to right center first time for a double. 407 out there. There's a slight overhang on either side, but as mentioned, got to hit it 25 feet high to get it over that yellow line. Michael A. Taylor hit the grand slam over that line a couple of years ago after replacing Bryce. Up in the zone for a strike.
So that was a 421-foot double his first time up, I'm being told. 421.
Yeah.
That's not fair. That should be a home run. Fan make a nice grab. Oh yeah, barehanded, baby. Wow, that's what I'm talking about. Who needs a glove?
May need some ice, but who needs a glove? Outside to Harper, 2-2. So Bryce made a bid for his 13th. Still leads the league in homers. Top 4 in runs batted in entering the day. That was close. Strike one was up in the zone, and that one he took down, and it's ball 3. Mercedes-Benz pitch cast. So see where strike one was.
Give Joe West credit for where he's standing.
Harper, a high fly ball to center. Goodness gracious, it's in the yard. 2 down. Guys on both sides wondering what is up in Phoenix. It's not the home run totals.
Well, the bad news is that this didn't go out and it was an out. The good news is Bryce Harper's locking in. So a 421-foot double first time, and this is a tater in a lot of ballparks. This is a 398-foot out.
Had the sound, didn't it?
It did. But he hit a Nerf baseball and didn't go anywhere.
Inside to Anthony Rendon. His drive caught right in front of the 376 mark, right center first time. Cook got a 7-pitch second despite the leadoff double by Taylor. Two. Up and in. That's it for the Nats in the top of the third. First strikeout for Matt Cook. Giving up some long balls, but trails by just one.
As we go to the bottom of the third, I love palm trees. They're the best. Pups in the Park, presented by Budweiser, is back on May 19th. Don't miss your chance to bring your pup to the park. That's why they call it Pups to the Park, so bring your pup to the park. Dodgers are there, 7:05 start. Proceeds benefit the Humane Rescue Alliance. Visit nationals.com for tickets. We'll put your dog on TV, maybe even. Let's see.
Bottom of the third, top of the order. Here's David Peralta. So a smooth swing by him against Max. Base hit to left. First time up. Then the sacrifice bunt, the throwing error. Hot water, but Max put it out. Then he struck out 3 in the second, around to double. Good looking pitch, and he didn't get the call from Joe West. 41st year for the crew chief. Considered a very good ball strike umpire. And a 1-1. And ball hit to right. This game is tied. That's his 7th of the year. Max gives up just his 4th.
Slider down.
Center field.
Maybe a curveball down, and Peralta just digs it out. I want to say he was one of the guys that took Max deep here last year in the top of the first, or bottom of the first, I should say.
Yeah, that was that odd ball game when Max gave up a couple. Dyson takes the breaking ball inside. D-backs 43rd homer. They're 5th in the league. The Nats have hit 49. They're first. Both clubs could have had more runs in this game, but the solos have it all tied up. 3-0, a guy you don't want to walk. Perfect fastball, tailing away.
I see a lot of leadoff hitters or fast guys take 3-1 fastballs to fill up the count, but I would never take a 3-1 fastball of Max Scherzer to get to 3-2. Because you just don't know what you're going to get 3-2. That was a cutter right there, 89.
Right into the chest protector of Joe West. Severino popped up and tried to keep Joe from being staggered, and he looks okay.
Joe said, "You can't hurt me." He's old school. Watch where he stands. He didn't get behind the catcher. A lot of umpires will use the catcher to protect him. So if the catcher sets up in, the ump will set over the catcher. Catcher sets up away, same thing. Joe just stands in the same spot. He don't care. He wants the best look at the strike zone he can get, and he's a great ball and strike umpire.
Change up to Dyson. Your point exactly. What in the world will you get on 3-2?
Yeah, I mean, I got to get on the 3-1 fastball because this guy strikes out everybody he sees. There's no percentage in getting the 2 strikes with Max. I know Dyson was thinking, I'm going to get on, I'm going to steal second and third, but what he also didn't know is Washington area Toyota dealers help children and their families by making a $44 donation to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by Nats pitcher this year.
Goldschmidt, and his strikeout, the biggest of all, really. Back in that first inning, 2 on, nobody out, second and third. Max froze him with a changeup. Got the next 2. That Descalso pop-up is the only out on which contact was made so far. Nasty 0-2 slider. 7 strikeouts in 2 2/3.
Third baseman, Ted Scherzer.
So by my math, 6 1/3 last time, 2 2/3 this time. That's 9 innings, right?
Yep.
So
22 Ks.
How many strikeouts in 9 innings?
22.
22 strikeouts in his last 9 innings. Is that good?
That's a whole lot of dead air for hitters. And here's Descalso.
We were watching a Hall of Famer. Every 5th day we get to watch a future Hall of Famer.
Had him all locked up on the slider.
See him really licking his hand tonight. Dry air here in the desert. Pitchers will tell you in spring training it's tough to grip their off speed because it's so dry here.
Changeup. Nice crowd on a Friday night here. D-backs averaging 26,515 a game. At home, they're 13-7.
Climbing the ladder.
Torrey Lavello's ball club, a 3.5 game lead on the Rockies, who are hammering Milwaukee in Denver right now. 9-5. Swing and a miss on a fastball away. And that is it for the D-backs. Big fly by Peralta to lead off the inning, and then lights out on Dyson, Goldschmidt, and Descalso. RAV4 Toyota. What drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. 96 outside at game time. That was 58 minutes ago. 78 inside here, Chase Field. Understanding what's important, M&T Bank, with our do-ups and various notes on the three guys. Two lefties and then Taylor, who's warming it up. Matt had a chance to put the Nats up 2-0 early. Harper was at third, one out. Fly ball to shallow center. Not deep enough on which to tag. That one floats up and away, 2-0. Counts even. Cook, originally drafted by the Mets out of Louisville, came over in the Addison Reed deal August of 2015, and he now has struck out 2 in a row. Rendon and Adams bridging the third to the fourth. Nissan pitch cast.
Left field.
Looks like a challenge fastball. Run to it back over the plate.
Andrew Stevenson tried to leg one out first time. Marte threw him out. Showed bunt, and the ball got him on the foot. There was no signal from Joe West. Andrew just ran down the line, and the umpire hasn't signaled a thing.
You can't trick him anymore. I talked to some of the Diamondbacks today, and they said that ball did hit Nick Ahmed last night, the one they had overturned. Yeah, that's right, on his toe. Even Nick Ahmed said it hit him, but there was no video evidence to prove it, so they called him back. It was a great challenge by the Nats late last night, and this one is a no-doubter. Hope he's okay.
He's at first for Taylor. Michael A got around on one. Hard ground ball inside the third base bag first time, so Taylor now has doubled in 2 of his last 3 at bats. Starting to look a little more hitterish with some of these cuts.
He'll be fine. He can hit.
Stevenson holding and Taylor to center. He's going to back up Dyson. Stevenson back to first, 2 down.
All right, huge homestand coming up. In case you haven't heard, the Yankees are coming to town. Zim is nodding his head, 15th and 16th. And the Dodgers 18, 19, and 20 of May. And the Padres end the homestand with a 3-game set. Go to Nationals.com to get your tickets today. Huge homestand. And we can't wait to get back home.
Severino rips one left side that gets through. We used to say that'll turn the lineup over so the pitcher could hit, but maybe it leads to a rally the way the pitcher is hitting. 2 on, 2 out.
Show to you again, a leg kick. Got the top half of the ball. Hit it so hard right through the 5.5 hole. Now Max Scherzer, who loves to hit with runners in scoring position, has a chance to help himself.
Severino, footnote on him, last 5 starts, 5 for 12 with 4 walks. And Max with a high fly ball to deep right. Owings back, can't get it. A bad break for the Nats. It bounces out of play. Severino, if that ball hits the wall, easily scores from first, but Scherzer will put the Nats on top.
He does it all. I mean, he's striking everybody out, and then he goes up there and rips a double in the gap. Almost got a home run. Talk about the humidifier for 2 nights. Humidify this. Max Scherzer going shopping in the gap, and Owings was cheating up, right? It's a pitcher hitting. Then he has to take a steep angle to the ball that goes over his head. I mean, what else can you ask of Max Scherzer? That's why I start to talk about MVP in this guy all in the same sentence. He does it on the mound, he does it at the plate, he does it on the bases. He's a complete baseball player that just happens to play every 5th day.
Here's Defoe with a chance to bust this thing open. And his fly ball to left is tailing and out of play. So Max Scherzer now with the bat, 6 for 23, 3 runs batted in. He wants to win a Silver Slugger. That's his first extra base hit of the year.
Caps won 4-2. Congratulations, way to go, boys.
Yeah, huge on the road to do that. Defoe, ground ball. Goldschmidt has it. Max Scherzer will put his team back on top, and now he'll go back and try to keep them there.
There's Alex Ovechkin, the coaching staff with their all caps hats on. That only took 14 takes for them to get that right. So nice going, boys. Way to nail that one. How about some Fios by Verizon Expo Max Scherzer punch outs? Just enjoy them. And he can hit too. Enjoy that. Maybe more importantly, enjoy that fine music bed behind the highlights. The 100% fiber optic network means more speed for more devices at once. Visit getfios.com.
A man who takes us back to another era. Watching him on both sides of the ball. So Chris Owings, Alex Avila, Ketel Marte, bottom of the fourth. One contact out tonight, and that was a pop-up. That ball's well hit, right field corner. Harper after it, makes the grab, able to stop before the fence. Fine play by Bryce.
I tell you what, when people talk about Bryce Harper, they always talk about his offense. Or, you know, he's going good, he's going bad, whatever. He won the game for him in right field last night. He held Gerard Dyson to a single, and then on the base hit down the right field line, he got it in quick. Tony Perez-Chica had to stop both runners in the bottom of the ninth. It went to extra innings, and Nats won. So Bryce made 2 plays in right field last night that won the Nats a baseball game. Nobody talks about that. Sneaky little plays that he made. But they were great ones. Won him a game.
Here's Alex Avila, ball one.
I guess it's a compliment to him. He's such a good hitter that nobody talks about his defense.
Sure. You know he wants to go glove bad.
He made some nifty plays out there last night.
Rides the fastball inside edge. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons, league leaders. Innings pitched. So Max back on top. He and Strasburg have been jockeying back and forth. Max was third at the start of the night. Tanner Roark's in the top 4 in the league, by the way. Tells you something about the Nats' big 2/big 3. And Tanner, a fantastic outing with 7 innings here last night. That freezes the hitter. 83 inside edge. Strikeout number 9.
I think that one might have even shocked Max a little bit. He had a little hop off the mound. I don't think Max thought this was a strike. Watch Max. Oh, okay. Started to back up on the hill to get the throw back from Pedro, and then it went around the horn.
Marte triple deep right center first time. But tonight the D-backs have had a runner at third twice with fewer than 2 outs, and Both runners, Peralta in the first and Marte in the second, never got beyond that bag.
Close.
That's a call he didn't get earlier. 3-1 now.
Well, he sees that side of the plate. Look where Joe's set up. That's the side he sees best. That's right under his mask. You're not going to miss anything to the glove side, Max's glove side.
And the ball tailing away, and Stevenson after it. That kid's got some good instincts in the outfield. Great jump. And a 1-2-3 fourth. 2-1 Nationals. Heroes. Yeah, this guy's been pretty heroic in the late innings. Another great save for Sean Doolittle last night. 11 pitches, 9 strikes. He's 7 for 7. And he's involved with so many things off the field as well. His dad served our country. 300 career MLB games. And of course, he had to take the honor code at the University of Virginia. Had a great career there. He's everything you would want in a player, a person, and a closer. Sean Doolittle.
Yeah, if there's an article I'll mention here in a bit that makes a case for Sean being the best closer in baseball. And it's got all kinds of numbers, and you really can't talk about him during the broadcast when he comes in because you feel like you're going to jinx him. So maybe I'll give you some reading material on your own.
Turner 1 for 2, home run to left, fly ball to right. 1-2 from Matt Cook.
Mike Petrello on MLB.com wrote the article if you want to read it about Sean. It's got some tremendous analytics that explain why he's the best closer in baseball. Makes a real good argument.
We'll put him up against anybody. There are guys with double-digit saves, but those are pitchers that have had many more opportunities than Sean has. That was a crazy looking pitch, diving under the hands. So with more on the closer, here's our setup guy, Dan Coco.
All right, Bob. Well, Sean Doolittle came into last night's game to close it out. He took a different route to get here. Quite literally, he hopped in the bullpen cart that the Diamondbacks have here. He said before the game, you know, a national staffer was checking with all relievers, asking them if they would want to use it. Doolittle said, yeah. Then he apparently got to the cart, said, where do I sit? The front seat, the back seat? He wasn't sure. He got out here. He saw Trey Turner pumping his fist out at shortstop because he was so excited. And Doolittle started laughing. He had to cover his mouth with his glove because he was laughing so hard at seeing Trey pumping his fist. So he really enjoyed it, and so did his teammates.
Very cool. Hey, one guy does that, gets a job done, others may follow.
He's the first guy to sit in the front seat. So where do you want to sit? He said, I'm sitting next to you.
Harper rips one, and there's a guy there in right field. Marte on a ball screaming right at him. 2 outs. So we have analytics on the cart now. How many guys sit in the front seat? And
well, he's only the second guy to do it. Colin McHugh is the first guy to do it. Look at the Bryce Harper line drive. But he sat in those 2 back seats you were seeing down there. Sean hopped in the front seat. So this isn't a lift. They get in the front seat with you. So the guy came screaming in. He goes, right here, right here, right here. And the driver locked him up and actually skidded in.
As we mentioned last night, those things were in vogue a couple of decades ago, and a lot of the fields were AstroTurf, and you couldn't do any damage to them. They keep them on the warning track. Outstanding sponsorship opportunities. I would imagine somebody from the D-backs marketing department now considers Sean Doolittle one of their favorite players.
I think they should have 9 of them in every inning. That's how players take the field. It's like bumper cars.
Adding years on to outfielders' careers. So a couple of quick outs, and Cook might create a problem for himself. He walks Rendon on 4. Matt Adams has had 2 looks at him. That's his first walk of the night. Fly ball to center, swinging strikeout. Well, the Caps have won tonight, so your 11 o'clock hour, a happy one back home. And we'll see it the next hour and a half or so if the Nats can put away one and go up 2-0 in this series. Good night for DC so far. 0-2. And the fastball up and in.
He knocks on the bat between pitches every time, part of his pre-pitch routine.
Two. And he pulls it. Taken care of by Descalso, overlapped on the shift. Nats strand their 5th runner tonight. We're halfway through. by Trey Turner, trying to set a tone. Strikeouts by Max Scherzer, setting a 4-inning tone so far. You'd like to get this guy a few more runs so he doesn't have to flatline so many times during the game. Could have won the ball game Sunday. Not a whole lot of support. This guy's real close to being 7-1.
When's he up again? He can get himself the runs. The way he's swinging it right now, the double in the gap, the guy's raking. I mean, turned into a complete baseball player, helping himself out at the plate. The strikeouts again here tonight. I mean, it's must-see TV every 5th day. And if you're, lucky enough to see him pitch at Nats Park, it's appointment viewing. I mean, you're getting to watch a Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, every 5th day.
Bottom of the 5th, bottom of the order, 8, 9, and 1. Nick Ahmed, strikeout victim number 4, first time. That's a great fastball.
I'm interested to see 3rd time through tonight based on him having to redline in the 1st inning tonight. See what he's got left. I mean, he's only human as much as we sit here and marvel at his ability to strike people out and pitch and even hit. I think he had to go hard early tonight, and I wonder if that's going to affect him. His manager knows that. His pitching coach knows that. Max, more importantly, knows that. First things first, get through the 5th.
Ahmed reaches out, ball hanging up a bit. Stevenson, outstanding play. He's got speed, he read it, and on he came.
Man gets good jumps out there for one simple reason. He's ready for the baseball every pitch. So kind of reaching out, doing a great job of just putting it in play. But Andrew Stevenson on the run into a dive, takes out a divot. Max Scherzer loves when guys play like that behind him. Think Max is into it?
I think because of the closeness of the play at first, they've changed the Dyson sacrifice to a single, a bunt single back in the 1st.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
Look at that changeup. Yeah, then you bring the fastball. The thing looks like it's 98.
It's a pretty good swing for a pitcher. You know the game within the game. You get a hit off me, I'm going to get a hit off you. It's the pitcher on pitcher battles in the National League.
On a pitch up, it's well hit to right. Harper is there. 2 down, 5th inning. Nothing wrong with some contact outs that might come a little quicker than strikeouts at this stage of the game for Max. So 2nd time around the order, they go 1 for 9 with the Peralta homer. He steps in here, 5th inning in a 1-run game. First time around, now that they've given Dyson a hit, 3 for 9.
I think Peralta hit a curveball out last time, and that was a cutter right there for Max after first pitch fastball.
Good looking hitter, this guy. In the series, 4 for 6 with a walk. Career against Scherzer now, 5 for 13 with his 2 hits tonight.
I think that humidor does. It takes away opposite field home runs for the most part here. Well, the ones we've seen so far, the 2 we've seen so far, have been pull side.
3-2. Close and a strike. Peralta thought he had walked, and instead it's another 10 strikeout game for Max Scherzer. 70 times he's now done it. 70. Stevenson, great play. He'll lead off. It always works out their way, doesn't it? Give up themselves and their families every day to protect us, honor our country. And Serviceman Hunt from the U.S. Army, thank you, sir. It's our Navy Federal Credit Union Troop recognition. Proudly serving the armed forces, veterans, and their families for over 80 years.
Looks like he had the whole unit there, his family.
Stevenson hit by a pitch last time, came around to score, tried to plug the gap, and Peralta ran it down.
Swing.
Taylor and Severino now.
I told you about he worked on being on his legs more, creating some lift in his swing. Look at the base right here, driving it the other way. That's a nice approach. That'll lead to a lot of hits.
Michael A has doubled and hit a fly ball to rather deep center field.
See Randy Johnson, Luis Gonzalez, Mark Grace are here.
Yeah, they race every night.
They do.
Matt Williams is one of those guys.
There's nothing creepy about those guys at all.
Anzo.
You think they used to talk in the dugout in 2001, say, hey, someday, if we keep playing this well and we win a World Series, someday, maybe 17 years from now, they'll have mascots of us with huge heads that race around the ballpark. Really? Yeah, let's keep playing really well.
Short right center, Dyson. Luis Gonzalez, the infamous hit up the middle against Mariano Rivera that enabled the D-backs to walk off with that series right here.
MLB At Bat is your #1 Nats app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Nationals home screen icons, features such as MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today.
Nick Ahmed robbing Severino. Quick, top 6. Max back to work, 2-1 game. If you were, you saw 20 of these. Max against his old ball club, the Tigers. And when he got to 20, which was the second out in the 9th inning, ball game was still on the line. Max went the distance. 4th pitcher in big league history with 20 in a 9-inning game, joining Roger Clemens, Kerry Wood, and Randy Johnson. Scherzer and the Buffalo. What a night. And we found a 20.
Someone's breaking that this year. Whether it's a guy you're looking at or not, I'm calling it right now. So far, there's been more strikeouts, 9,443 than hits this year, 9,063. And the way the game's shaping up, the way guys are swinging, not really making adjustments with 2 strikes, someone will break that this year. Maybe the guy you're looking at.
Rendon over for a look. He's got room. A 1-pitch out to start the 6th on Dyson. Max starting that inning with 80 pitches. He'll take a bunch of those. Goldschmidt and Descalso the next 2.
This is the inning, Carp. So one Max is going to redline to get through as you look at the career. 5 15-plus strikeout games, most by an active pitcher. Goldschmidt was out early today with his hitting coaches hitting on the field. Dave Magadan, Tim Laker.
And a ball driven to right center. Tracking at Harper. Great jump by Bryce. Ball just a little bit back to him off the bat of the right-hander. No better time to act than today. We welcome Spencer Kieboom to the big leagues. Make today the day. So in the minors, 34% caught stealing rate. course, he's the older brother of Carter, a Nats #1 pick, and great to have that young catcher back with us. Spencer, back in 16, scored 1 run in 1 game. Last year he got 1 at bat in the big leagues, and he was hitting .250 with a homer, 10 RBIs in 25 games at Syracuse when he got the call today. Probably got the actual call last night, but he got here today. And it's Scherzer to Descalso. Pop up to first, swinging strikeout. Slider down, and Descalso just able to foul it away.
Yeah, Spencer was outrighted last year during spring training, never released. He just passed through waivers, signed back with the ball club. I mean, that's, you just never know. When you're in the minor leagues and they tell you, hey, stick with it, you never know, and it's legit. I mean, you look at all the catchers in the Nats organization. He had a nice spring training, he stuck it out, he's been loyal to the organization and vice versa, and now he finds himself in the big leagues for the first time. I mean, you could sit there and go, well, this guy's in front of me, this guy's in front of me, this guy's in front of me, these guys are the big league catchers, I have no chance. You always have a chance when you're in the minor leagues and you have a union. You never know. Worked real hard. Made himself a big leaguer. It's a great story.
5th rounder back in 2012 out of Clemson. Fair ball. Adams scoops it up to the bag. Waves off his pitcher. Max Scherzer on a roll. Some contact outs, and that's just fine. 2-1. Providing innovative, high-value dental and vision benefits to area employers and individuals. Howie's always smiling. Somebody got a baseball. 22,901 here tonight at Chase Field, and we go top 7. Max Scherzer 1 for 2 with an RBI. Double 3 innings ago, the difference in this game. By the way, Max just had a 9-pitch 6th inning. So the Nats box, homer double, Turner Harper 1st inning. Double by Taylor in the 2nd. So Severino and Scherzer put hits together after Stevenson hit by a pitch for that go-ahead run in the 4th. Look at Max. He's 2 for 3. Come on.
I'm telling you.
Who's this good?
Let the MVP talk begin.
Second baseman.
More on Max hitting from Dan.
Bob, already his 7th hit on the year. I talked to him recently about the offensive side of his game. Said the biggest thing this year is that he's healthy. Last year he dealt with that stress fracture in his ring finger. Really, he said until mid-August. So this year he's been able to take a lot of cuts in the cage and work on his hitting. As for his hitting with runners in scoring position, I asked him why he's so effective in those situations. Kind of had a coy smile and said, let's just say I know how pitchers want to attack hitters in those spots.
Indeed.
And he is a hitter. He almost Charlie Brown, Matt Cook right there with the line drive.
Wilmer Defoe. A soft liner to the pitcher and a ground ball to first. Scherzer thus has the two most recent Washington hits.
Well, Goldschmidt is telling him, dude, it's not that easy. I got here at 12 o'clock today and worked on getting hits off of you. And I just hit one hard to the gap, and you're 2 for with a double. And you have all those punch outs.
Right to Goldschmidt. Little double pump. And they turn the hard to do 3-6-3. 2 outs.
I thought that little double pump you talked about might cost him, but he threw it firm on the money, and Nick Ahmed returned the favor quickly. Are they checking it? Are we holding play? Joe West is looking into the first base dugout. Dave Martinez told him to play on, and here we go.
In terms of errors, the Diamondbacks are the best defensive team in the major leagues. They've made 12 errors in 37 plus games. Trey Turner, ground ball left side to Hopper. Descalso. Inning over just like that. Time to stretch. 2-1 Nats.
There are a couple superhero fans coming to Nats Park on May 20th. Nats and Harris Teeter team up to give you superhero capes. 1:35 start. First 10,000 kids ages 12 and under receive a superhero cape. Plus, will be able to take flight around the bases after the game. So visit Nationals.com and swoop up some tickets.
Max Scherzer, quickest inning of the night in the 6th. They can keep swinging early. He might stick around for 8. Breaking ball up to Chris Owings, 7th inning underway.
That 90 is a high 90, the pitch count.
It is. Matt Cook has thrown 85 pitches in 7 innings. And a ball scorched to right. Harper stalking it. Rice with a nice grab after leaving the ground for the first out. He's playing some right field in this series.
He took an angle across and had to readjust. That ball had an extra gear. When he realized it, watch the adjustment. He's going flat, and then he has to gain ground, reaches up over his head, and that fan right there thought it was great. So did we. 1-run game that had leadoff double or more written all over it. Another good play by Bryce Harper.
Here's Vila, who had struck out twice.
Got Chris Owings twice tonight, right? I'd love to talk to Joe West right now and say, hey, you've seen a lot of great pitchers doing the plate. What do you think of Max Scherzer? Where does he rank in all the games you've seen?
Yeah.
Got the best seat in the house, right?
I mean, Joe West goes back to the 70s.
What'd you say, 41 years?
41st year. Look at the changeup.
Wow.
Unhittable. 2-1. So Peralta, Dyson, back-to-back hits in the first. Marte triple in the second. Homer leadoff. Peralta third. Since then, nada. 13 in a row retired. Fastball rides high. Strikeout number 11. 2 outs in the 7th. Nissan pitch cast.
Man, fastball up, fans are booing. You go hit Max Scherzer. That's what I'd say if I was going back to the dugout. Here, you go hit him. Guy gets paid a lot of money to get people out. He's worth every penny, and he's the best right-hander in baseball. Boo this.
And the guy in the third base dugout who knows him the best has struck out 3 times.
Like I
His
said,
former battery mate.
with the glove and with the bat are 2 different things.
Marte up there hacking. Trying to bunt his way aboard, and that is not going to carry at all.
Good launch angle and exit velocity.
To the 8th we go, and Max may be around for a while. mentioned just moments ago made that he's done after 7. 15 in a row retired to finish his night. Now let's get this guy some more runs, the Nats are saying. Experience the power and toughness of Ram at your local dealer. Log on to ramtrucks.com to get to work. Guts, glory, Ram. Harper, Rendon, Adams, 2, 3, 4. Still in the game, Matt Cook.
If you missed it earlier, maybe you're watching the Caps game. Matt Cook, in consecutive order, has faced Clayton Kershaw on May 1st, Justin Verlander on May 6th, and Max tonight. Became the first pitcher to face back-to-back former MVPs since September 1947. So he's pitched real well tonight, and I'm sure their broadcasters are pumping him up, but he went against the best right-hander in baseball. And boy, was Max on point tonight. In the batter's box, on the mound, on the bases, everywhere.
Seven innings, 4 hits, a run. Didn't walk a batter, struck out 11. 99 pitches, 72 strikes.
Truck is telling me Max is on pace for a 340+ strikeout season.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and how about those two we see together? They've combined for 14 innings in this series, each giving up a single run on 4 hits. Tanner last night, Max tonight. Perfect pitch by Cook, outside edge. Anthony Rendon, 1 and 2.
They're also telling me that Nolan Ryan had 383 strikeouts in 1973 with the Angels.
And that's when guys were trying to make contact.
Yeah.
Not a priority these days, but that takes nothing away from what this guy does. Brandon Kintzler. Rendon high in the air, left center. Look at this thing fly. See you later above the 25-foot high yellow line.
Oh my.
3-1 Nationals.
This ball is absolutely destroyed. Was it a cutter? 413 feet, had the sound, had the launch angle, definitely had the distance. Dad made the catch out there, and look at the reaction by Max.
He knows how big that extra run is.
We just need to put a camera on Max. Like, all game, every game. When he's pitching, when he's in the dugout, the 4 days in between.
Rendon now, since he's back, 7 for 25, 2 homers, 5 batted in. That was some kind of blast. And a ball ripped by Matt Adams. At the top of the wall, pulled in by Owings.
I mean, gave it a ride. You're thinking, is this getting out of here? Owings with a great play. Got back, found the fence, leaped up, and robbed Matt Adams of a home run. Watch his glove. It's over the padding. He brings it back. Finds the fence with his right hand, reaches up with his glove hand, and robs Matt Adams of home run number 11.
Here's Stevenson 0 for 2, hit by a pitch. And a run scored. Matt making a bid for his 11th. And he gets under one. It goes deep to right. Long distance dialing in the 8th. Rendon went way out of here. Anthony now has hit 3 this year, 2 since he's come back. What an impact he's making on this lineup.
Fun night tonight. Just watch the emotion for Max Scherzer. Little homage to Jason Worth on the bat toss right there. Was he happy with the double? Yeah. How about Bryce Harper almost running the wall, saving a double for him? Was he happy? Yeah. Andrew Stevenson really fired him up. Watch this one. Yeah, that had a couple words to it. And then Anthony Rendon going deep to make it a 3-1 game. You saw this one a minute ago. That was a long yeah. And a slap on the top of the dugout. Geico, 50 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. Whew, that was fun.
Choose a winning team for your vehicle. Jiffy Lube. For value and convenience, jiffylubedc.com. Pitching change, Brandon Kintzler. Against the bottom of the order, so that gives him the 8th inning tonight. Scoreless inning, couple of hits last night. And if you're thinking about Sean Doolittle, he only threw 11 pitches last night to get the save. Ahmed, Souza, Peralta, bottom of the 8th. First pitch swinging, fly ball to right. Harper's there. Bryce is like a kid roaming the entire city park tonight. They've sent him all over the place. Steven Souza Jr., 2 for 3 career against Kintzler. He's been back for a week now since the right pec strain that had him out right from spring training. Pretty good night by Matt Cook. 3 runs, 6 hits in 8 innings. The other guy better. He gave up 2 homers. 97 pitches, 67 strikes. Scherzer went 99 and 72 in his 7. Severino moves inside. Ball was out over the plate. They called up Jake Barrett today. in their bullpen, replacing Silvino Bracho.
Silvino's swimming with the fishes.
And a 1-2 with one out. Fastball up. Souza strikes out. That's bullpen brilliant last night, trying to keep it going. Mercedes-Benz pitch cast.
Yeah, everything down, then change the eye level with the heater at the top of the strike zone. Some arm side run to it. Nicely done.
Here's Peralta. And even though Max got him for number 10 in the 5th inning, he's been their best hitter tonight. Base hit and a homer. Peralta against Kinsler, 0 for 2.
This guy can hit, can't he? I like his approach.
Does anybody look more relaxed at the plate than this guy?
Maybe
until it's time.
Maybe Matt Adams. Very similar, kind of real still and just keep the head still and fire off a hard swing. He looks like he's waiting for an Uber when he's hitting. I love it. Just very relaxed, straight up and down, super comfy, and then boom.
2-1. Kinsler pumping strikes. Backhand Defoe. Time out. Never panicked in a 1-2-3. 18 consecutive Arizona batters retired. Nationals baseball on Masson. Brought to you by Lexus. Experience amazing. That pretty much sums up the Nats pitching tonight. Scherzer and the pen. Of the Washington Nationals that may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. Now that is Exmo except for the cars. Hot night in Phoenix. Davey Martinez pitching, fantastic. Choose a winning team for your vehicle. Jiffy Lube, value and convenience, jiffylubedc.com. And Torey Lovello goes to Jake Barrett, just called up today. 26-year-old righty. High ERA. Pretty hittable, but about a strikeout per inning last year. Michael A. Taylor a double in 3 trips, 2 fly balls to center. So it's Barrett's D-backs debut this year. 96 games over the last 2 years from their bullpen. That's nasty. 86 diving. First out, top 9.
For every Nats walk, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 support. Boys and girls clubs of Greater Washington, the Nationals have drawn 169 walks. $8,450. Go for a walk.
Pitcher spot next. Doolittle queued up for the bottom of the ninth. 2-3-4 for them. So it's Severino with Howie Kendrick on deck. And Pedro out to short for Nick Ahmed. First, now Howie's been called back. Moises Sierra will get the call.
Looks like Trey and Anthony are friends again. They're sitting next to each other just now on the bench. That's good news.
Well, I'm glad that's over.
Jeez. You're dealing with some drama there for a minute. Matt Adams hitting all those home runs. Yeah, there they are. Baseball buddies. Favorite players. This is a what have you done lately for me sport, so I totally get it.
As a pinch hitter, Moises 1 for 8. Good fastball, low in the zone.
DC Lexus dealers, they donate $250 to the Children's National Health System for the first 200 home runs the Nats hit this year. Lexus, experience amazing. Yeah, they both hit taters tonight. They can sit next to each other.
On a pitch up.
But what would have happened if Matt Adams' ball had just gotten out? Who'd be sitting next to who?
I'll let those fickle friends sort it out.
Sure, he's about to smoke the camera right there with his practice swing.
Slider away, 2-hopper Nick Ahmed. Outs coming quickly in this one tonight, and it's all about getting 3 more outs. Sean Doolittle 7 for 7, 64 career saves, 11 pitches, 9 strikes last night. Here he comes again to do that thing he does.
Doolittle, the doctor, is in, folks. He is coming in the cart, and he got a standing ovation from the dugout when he got here. Watch this. So he's in the passenger seat. He's telling him where to stop right here, thumbs up. Won't get out until it comes to a complete stop. Look at the background, Gio. And the boys giving Sean a standing ovation, Paul Lassard. Hurry your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, SUVs, and golf carts.
You get the feeling if Gio was starting one of these games, maybe he'd take the card in for the first inning.
That was fun.
Doolittle and Dyson. 0 for 1 the career matchup. The numbers are amazing for this lefty. Trying to win it for Max. There's a good start.
And a fastball 89% of the time. That's all you really need to know.
Jammed him.
All right, the Peanuts are back in town. Midweek series, Tuesday, May 15th through Thursday, May 17th. Check it out. It'll be fun.
Swing and a miss for the first out. And that was Devin Marrero hitting for Dyson, by the way.
He didn't even throw this one high, just had a little location to it, outer third.
Goldschmidt. And you are a little more comfortable when he does not represent the tying run. 0 for 2 career against our closer.
Down early, up late. Give you a good idea what it looks like. Get off the doctor.
Well, Torey Lovello using his big guns. Goldschmidt in there. Pollock on deck. And a ball ripped into left. And A.J. Pollock will represent the tying run. Paul Goldschmidt, first hit of the series after going 0 for 8.
Well, he hit the ball hard to right field last time. Bryce went in the gap and ran it down. This time, I think Sean wanted that ball a little bit more elevated. Now he's got to go to work because A.J. Pollock is having a nice season. There's the numbers.
Yeah, he's winning the Diamondbacks Triple Crown right now. Leads them in all the big offensive categories.
That's outfield playing deep, no doubles.
Doolittle struck him out to lead off the bottom of the 11th last night. Took a little bit off, and it's in there, 0-2.
Might have been a changeup.
Pitch up, and Pollock able to get to it, barely. Hard to center this guy, huh? Only 15% of the time they make hard hit contact.
Right above the D-backs logo is where he wants it ideally. Ooh, he was on that.
Yeah, you're right.
Center cut more ways than one.
Well, he's going middle in there trying to jam him, and I think he wanted that a little bit higher. That was a healthy rip by Pollock. Going in again.
Just out of Severino's mitt.
Wonder if they're thinking about that high fastball here right down the middle. If he swings at it, he swings at it. It's an 0-2 count. You got some time to play here. Close. Joe West been real good back there tonight. Real good. I can't remember missing one really.
Time given. Well, with a change up and it's even 2-2. Swing and a miss with the high fastball. His bread and butter, 2 down.
You're waiting for it the whole sequence. Bring him the high heat. He showed him everything down throughout the sequence, and then he goes high with the heater, and Pollock, like a lot of hitters, can't lay off. It's his best pitch with 2 strikes, a fastball above the letters. Big second out.
Final hope for the Diamondbacks, Chris Owings. Career 1 for 2 against Doolittle. Scherzer got him 3 times tonight. In the air to right. Going foul into the bullpen for the Nats on the correct side of the pole.
Yeah, Chris Owings has crushed the ball to right all night. Bryce Harper robbed him in the corner in the 4th. Went back to the wall last time, and he tries to go oppo here to tie the game up, and it had distance. Whew. Coming in hot here.
On the outer half, 0-2.
Throw the high fastball here.
Begging the question, why wouldn't you? Or something to set it up, we'll see. That ball's hit well. Not well enough for Arizona. And the Nats have won the first 2 of the series.
Breathing easier. 1 foul, 1 deep to center. The golf cart is 2 for 2. The Nats are 2 for 2. Won 4 out of 5 on this trip, and Max Scherzer does it again, folks. He was fantastic here tonight, and the Nats are playing some good baseball. And a nice night for DC Sports, right?
Absolutely. So 4, the good number for the Caps, 3 for the Nats, and they've won 11 of their last 13. Max is 7-1, and Doolittle is 8 for 8. For FP and Dan, we'll see you tomorrow. Coverage begins 3:30 on Masson. Nats will throw Steven Strasburg against the D-backs. This has been a presentation of Masson. The boys are playing great baseball, pitching magnificent, enough power hitting. See you later.
He's getting